We're going to talk about algorithms as policy, and it's going to build up to through measurement, reputation, and rewards. We could think of this as anything from a piece of software that facilitates other activities to a community to even literally your municipality, some of the governance infrastructure in sort of the meat space world. And it kind of has this characteristic that there's going to be some abstraction between the interactions that occur within the scope of the rules, the work that's done to provide that platform, and the work that's actually done to sort of make the rules within that platform. And so in our case, we're assuming that something being built is meant to enable something else. So that the enabled peer-to-peer interaction is part of the purpose of the thing. And what that interaction is meant to be might vary widely. But ultimately, if we're building and measuring, then we're probably in this lower right-hand bucket, the algorithmic policymaker. In the platform abstraction, if we're looking at the world from the perspective of the supplier and the consumer, or more generally, the users in the peer-to-peer interaction, then they may have to pay for service, maybe not. They're probably reading, writing, and executing in the platform software, or if it's not software at all, you can think about this as their interactions with the enabling substrate. But what matters really is that there's an extent to which the people providing the platform could be thought of as sort of a labor source for maintenance that is within the set of rules. And that's where I put service level agreements here, and I'm buckling out the sort of service providers a level below. If we're talking about a Web3 platform, this could be something like miners or generalized miners, or someone doing mostly automated labor, but ultimately maintaining the thing that provides the service first order, acting within the rules and having their labor valued by likely algorithms. Like, hey, did you follow the rules? Did you meet the SLAs? What was your downtime? What was your participation rates, et cetera? And so if you're in the sort of service provider category here, then your efforts affect the experience of the enabled activity, but you're not necessarily defined as the enabled activity. Again, some rulemaking, which might pertain to how much reward someone get, but they may also pertain to what's considered activity that what is considered appropriate activity, like excluding or including certain things. In the Gitcoin DAO, for example, there are work streams just to figure out what kinds of activities count, much less the specific rewards assigned to them. And this is a necessity in the presence of things like terms of service, because in order to provide good service to the people who act within the terms of service, you also have to be able to define what those terms are and exclude things that don't satisfy them. So that's sort of maybe it's a harkening back to sort of Ostrom's discussion of boundaries. You actually need to define the boundaries, and then you do need to sort of measure and act on them. And so it's a variety of things that are in the rulemaking that affect the end users, but maybe they're abstracted away. They don't really care necessarily, except when it affects them directly, and then they have strong opinions.